guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about Gretel and Hansel. So yes, another review. Yeah, I've been going to the cinema a lot this past month and these past few months. Yes, and again, I come to you with another of my most anticipated movies. This time, let's talk about Gretel and Hansel. Once again, I might be kind of late with this movie, but this was when it came out here in Portugal. I know it was out in the US in the end of January, yeah, but here in Portugal it didn't even come out yet because I went to an early screening. And yeah, let's jump right into it. If you don't know what the movie is about, it's basically a different take on the story by the Grimm brothers. You know, I think everyone knows the Gretel, Hansel and Gretel story, but if you don't know, it's basically two brothers, a girl and the guy, that get lost in the woods and start looking for food and some shelter. Um, yeah, I'm not going to say a lot more because I feel like if you don't know at all the story, you would benefit from the movie, but I feel like we all know it by now. This movie stars Sophia Lillis, basically the main reason why I wanted to watch this movie, because, you know, I love all those It kids and I watch anything with them, as well as Samuel Leakey, Charles Babalola, and Alice Creed. Yeah, it's a fairly unknown cast besides Sophia Lillis, but without getting ahead of myself, I would say all of them do a pretty good job. With that said, let's get into my thoughts. I have to say I'm a tiny little bit disappointed with this movie, but it's weird because I feel like this was exactly what I was expecting, but I was hoping it would surprise me and give me something else. But for the most part, it was exactly what I was expecting. Like, the best thing and what makes this movie good, in my opinion, is the technical aspects, like the cinematography, the score, the set designs. Also, the acting is pretty great. So on a technical level, the movie is really, really strong, and it what makes the movie be a good movie, in my opinion. But then the story, I feel like, because we all know what the story is and how it is going to end, they didn't change a lot from the original fairy tale. Although I know the Grimm brothers, they had a twisted mind, and these fairy tales aren't exactly how we know them. Like, they're a lot more gruesome than the ones that kids know. So I'm not familiar with the OG fairy tale, but from the one that we all know, it doesn't go too far off, but obviously it does changes some things, but I feel like they're not enough to surprise you. And that's the, I would say, the worst part of the movie, because you know what to expect, you basically know the ending, and so you're just like checking boxes. At times, you know, this has to happen, this has to happen, you know, again, how it is going to end. So yeah, there's not much of an element of surprise, but it does have some gruesome parts, and not the ones that are on the trailer. There's one specific scene that I was really shocked, um, but an overall feeling is that it's a good movie, but not as good as I wanted it to be, because I really wanted this to be mind-blowing, and it wasn't. It didn't get quite there. Also, I feel like I've been paying way too much attention to this, but the score, although I loved it, it's exactly the type of score that I love. I feel like it wasn't right at times. Like I feel like it didn't fit some scenes. It was way too much for those scenes. But again, I'm a bit biased because I love those type of scores. In the end, I would compare this movie to The Witch in the way that it's a bit of a slow burn. It has good set designs and cinematography, but again, I wasn't a big fan of The Witch because it was way too slow and way too toned down for my liking. But I also would compare Gretel and Hansel to the Suspiria remake, which I loved. This one didn't get as crazy as Suspiria, but it has the same feeling, like an eerie feeling. Um, you will always know that something is quite not right. And again, both movies deal with witches, so maybe, yeah, again, with the witch again. Um, so, yeah, these are my thoughts on Gretel and Hansel. Now, let's talk about scores. Overall, I gave the movie a 3.5 out of 5. Surprisingly, the same score that I gave The Witch. I gave 4 to Suspiria, so yeah, I like Suspiria a little better than this one. Again, it's not a bad movie. Um, it just didn't go as far as I would like it to go. Cinematography wise, I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's well done. I just didn't give it a higher score because in the beginning they changed the ratio, the screen ratio, which was odd because it was just a few scenes in the beginning, and then they changed it to the ones that we see on the trailer. So it was odd, and but yeah, I kind of forgot about that once we go into the movie. And originality wise, I gave it a 3 out of 5. Again, it's not really that original because it's from a fairy tale that we all know, and they don't really change much of it, so it's not original in that way. So yeah, I think a 3 is good. So yeah guys, these are my thoughts on Gretel and Hansel. Yeah, I know I'm kind of late with this, so I suppose you all had already seen it. So let me know in the comments what you thought of the movie. Did you like it? Did you not? Do you think this is the best horror we got this year so far? And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video.